Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a different style of video. Now, I know it's not the normal variety gaming content that I post, but right now the gaming community is kind of losing their mind and a lot of drama is coming up of it, and Nintendo's getting a lot of backlash for it. So I wanted to voice my opinion and kind of talk about it some because I feel like people are losing their minds for no reason, and I have a list of points here I want to bring up and talk about. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little talking video. If you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. I hope you're having a great day or night whenever you're seeing this. I'm Hectic. Welcome to the channel. With that being said, let's jump right into this, talking about the Nintendo prices and everything about the Switch 2. Now, we couldn't jump into this video without old classic music, so let's get that playing right now. You already know I had to go with the Wii Shop channel music. This is a classic. But listen, I wanted to talk to you guys specifically. A lot of you guys might be new to the channel or know the channel, but Switch 2, right? We watched the Direct live on my channel. If you want to check it out, go for it. It's up to you. But I want to talk about all the hate that Nintendo's getting right now. That's just honestly not deserved. And also the fact that people are just freaking out and not really listening and looking at the information being told. They're just kind of going to talk smack and not pay attention. So with that being said, I want you guys to comment down below a bunch of your opinions and stuff, but don't do it right away. Don't come in here and just hate. I already know that's what most people are gonna do, but please listen to me, hear my thoughts out, and also watch the whole thing and then comment, because you might comment something that I've already spoke about and answered, and then you're just sitting here rage baiting or whatever you're doing and just typing in the comments for no reason. So, you know, pay attention and let's just talk about some Nintendo things real quick. First of all, I just want to say the prices. This is the main thing people are yelling at Nintendo for. The prices of the video games. First of all, $80 sounds absurd when you just think about it. Like, holy crap, an $80 game. Okay, we're hitting that point. Video games are right now $70, which is still insane because, you know, a game normally $60. We've upped the ante though because games are getting progressively better, graphics wise, stronger, longer, better story. You know, there's a lot that goes into a video game. For $70, hey, depending on the game, it's worth it, right? But hear me out. Everybody's freaking out about the $80 Switch games. Now, I just want to point out, they have already pointed and said not every Switch game is going to be $80. Did anybody get that? Not every single game is $80. Now, you might be like thinking, wait, so like what games are going to be $80? It's mainly going to be like the mainstream Nintendo games. Now, I know you're probably already sad still and going to type in the comments, but like, listen. Mario Kart World. That's what we're going to start with right now, just because of the fact that that's an $80 game. It's a Mario IP. They're jumping that. That's $80. Donkey Kong, they said wouldn't be $80, but it might be just because it is a main Nintendo like IP. But not every single game is going to be $80. And now, you might be yelling, oh, Mario Kart World, $80 is stupid. Who would pay $80? That's crazy for a game. You're defending this, oh, now every game's gonna be $80. Calm down, first of all. Let's talk about it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? It's a $60 game. No. Come here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right, is a $60 game. You have bought this probably. Now, with this comes DLC. How much was the DLC? $25. And what does that put you at? $84.98. You guys do understand that you are basically just paying for every single thing straight out the gate and getting a whole full-fledged game, which, by the way, is open world and probably one of the biggest Mario Karts we have ever gotten. $80. You have basically already spent that on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe if you have bought the game and the DLC. You have spent more technically because it's $84.98, which with taxes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you're spending the same. Because technically when you buy the $80 game, there's still taxes. So yeah, listen, you're spending the same amount of money for Mario Kart World that you already have spent for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But you're complaining. You see the problem? Now, I don't really... Okay, look. They haven't even shown all the features. Right now as we're recording this, it is the 12th. We have 5 days until we get the Mario Kart World, like, what do they call them? Tree houses? Or I think they're doing a Mario Kart Direct where they're just showcasing the entire game and stuff. So we'll see all the stuff. They've barely even shown anything. They barely scratched the surface. They have barely shown anything. They just said, oh, it's open world. You'll be able to go from track to track and race. You'll be able to do this. Okay, cool. Like, and all these grinding, like, rails, the flying, the brand new items, the cards, characters, like, all this stuff is in the game at launch. You're paying 80 bucks. Done. You have it all. Boom. If they drop DLC, okay, but I don't know if they're going to. I looked it up online. They said they weren't doing DLC, but then some people said they might do DLC. I don't know. It's up in the air. But, like, basically, you're paying the same thing you've already paid if you bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the DLC, and you're getting a whole way bigger game, more stuff to do, more characters, more maps, and a giant feature of like 24 players and like racing all together. Like, I'm just saying, in my opinion, that is like it's 80 bucks. Okay, like that makes sense because you're just paying right out the gate for everything instead of like 60 plus this plus DLC plus characters. If you want maps, here's this. Like, I feel like people are like so lost in microtransactions that they don't realize how much they're spending. They're looking at something, oh shit, like 10 bucks, bet. But then they buy that with like 30 different skins. So you're really spending way more than you are. Like, most people have played Fortnite, and you know what I'm talking about. You buy one skin, you just think, oh, you know, it's pretty cheap, okay, or I'll buy one $20 skin here, and that lasts over a year, and you've done spent over $500. Like, I'm just saying, and that's one game you've spent that much money on, but then they drop this full-fledged game, all done, handing it to you, 80 bucks. And that's it. You don't have to spend any more money, and you have a whole game to grind, do stuff, play, have fun. No more buying. It's not like I'm gonna get in there and I can pay for a blue Mario Kart $20. Like, they're not doing that. The only other paying thing is an online subscription if you want to play online, which is normal for literally every other console except PC. PC, listen, we got it different. Anyway, there's no difference. There literally isn't a difference. So $80 for Mario Kart World is not bad, in my opinion. Now, if you have a rebuttal, do your thing, because now you've heard about that segment, and you can talk about it. But, like, I'm just saying, that doesn't sound too bad. And, like I said, the DLC prices and everything, it just adds up to the exact same, but you're getting more in this game than you were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, I don't know. With that, I'm kind of okay with it. But then you gotta also take in consideration this. Mario Kart 8 is actually $50 if you think about it. You're probably screaming, how? Listen, the console itself is $450, right? Which a lot of people are freaking out. First of all, if you have an Xbox Series X or a PS5, shut up. You literally spent $500 on a console already. I don't know why you're complaining about this console now. I'm just saying, you've spent $500 on a console before. I didn't hear any complaints. If you did, okay, cool. You still bought one. Interesting. But like, if we're talking now, Nintendo pulls up with a Switch 2, $450, and now we're complaining. Like, okay, like, is Nintendo not allowed to make a better console? Because first of all, it's a stronger console, better console. We'll get into that segment later. 4K, just saying. Now, that's a select few games, which I will also get into down the road. But like, come on out. Like, you've already spent $500 on a console before. Nintendo does it, and we're just raging, just absolutely destroying them. For what? What reason? I don't know. But listen, Mario Kart World, if you're smart about it, you can only buy it for 50 bucks because there's a bundle that's coming out when the Switch drops day one for $450, plus $50 and you get Mario Kart World with it. Now, I'm just saying, that's a steal because you're spending $500 and you get a console and a game day one. Boom. And you get their biggest like rep ever. Mario Kart 8 is the most sold game ever on Switch. It is still the #1 seller. It's mind-blowing. Mario Kart just goes up and up and up and up and up. It just sells so much. They're letting you have it for $50. So technically you're getting a game $10 cheaper than you would. Technically, if you want to say every game is $70, you're getting it $15 cheaper now. Because it comes with the console day one for $50. If you do that. If not, and you're paying $80 and still complaining, that's on you. I'm just saying. You buy the console that comes with it, $500, you get a console and a game, boom. Now you just got Mario Kart 8 for $50, technically. So, everybody right now fighting and yelling that it's $80. It is not $80. If you buy the console with the game because you want Mario Kart. If you don't want Mario Kart, okay, just buy the $450 version. Go ahead, you're done, you're good. But, like I said, $50, get the console and the game, you're good to go. That's a steal, like that's good. $50 for Mario Kart World, a giant open world. I'm not gonna go explaining that again because I just did, but it's amazing. It's fine. Now, another note I have here is the mouse feature. Yes, okay, for those that don't know, let me just grab my Switch real quick, right? First of all, you take this off, right? You can put it down and use it as a mouse. Bro, I'm seeing so many people talk about it's a Mario Party gimmick. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna say this now. For people that play PC, right, that are a mouse user, keyboard and mouse, they were console gamers growing up, maybe you weren't, and you started on PC, and you want to hop on these games on console, and they're like first-person shooters. Metroid Prime. So like, you just don't have the same skill set as you do on a mouse and keyboard that you do a controller. It's just different. It just is different. You go from 2D to a 3D thing. It's just weird. I grew up playing Xbox my whole life. Love Xbox. Absolutely amazing. And I was grinding. I was such a sweat. Like, I was so good at this, right? Then I moved to PC, keyboard and mouse. Now I'm even better. My aim is crisp. It feels better just using a mouse going crazy. But now, my childhood games they're getting up. You know, Metroid Prime 4. We're getting 4. I love those games. But like, I fear because it's like, you know, damn, like I gotta go back to a joystick. It's just weird. It makes it harder. And I just want to enjoy the game. You know, it's different. And I know it's not a multiplayer game. Calm down. Just play it with a joystick. Okay, like, I understand that, but I would rather not, you know what I mean? It's a preference thing. Using keyboard and mouse is a preference thing. I even play some of the single player games on my PC with the keyboard and mouse just because it feels better. So being able to use one Joy-Con normally and the other one is a mouse, that is awesome. How are we not talking about that? But yet we want to call it a Mario Party gimmick. Oh, you'll use it one time in Mario Party, never again. Like, I know damn well the people that say that have to be on console. There's no way. For the PC players, this is awesome. And for the console players that want to test out some PC mechanics, that's amazing. It's like a gateway to using a PC. It's so cool. Because like, bro, now I get to go play my childhood games that are coming out and they're making new ones. And I don't have to struggle. And like, I get to enjoy it the way I want to by using a mouse. That's amazing. And we're calling it a Mario Party gimmick. It just doesn't make sense. Like, that is a beautiful feature. Absolutely insane. Like, that's so sick. I would have never thought like a Switch could just become a mouse. That's so cool. And yet we want to call it a Mario Party gimmick and just shit on them for making it. Like, why? And it doesn't. I saw somebody also make a comment about the whole game where they use the mouse feature and they're using it like on this little like golf game, and they googled like a golf free game on PC and they were doing the same thing, and it's like, yeah, because it just shows you how the mouse feature works. Like, it's their take on it. Sure, you can go play that golf game for free. Okay, the whole point of the game is to showcase the mouse features. It's not like they're selling an entire golf game to you, like, here's this, even though you could go play it for free. Like, no, it's just to test the features. Now, the game looks sick, I ain't gonna lie. It looks fire. But like, again, it's to test the features out. It's not really to like flex a game that's free on the internet. Like, I don't think that was the purpose of it. So, I don't know. I'm just saying the mouse feature's sick. People are hating on it, but like, coming from a PC perspective, it's the best feature we've ever gotten. Like, this is so cool. I'm so excited. I don't know how we're calling this a Mario Party gimmick and moving on. Like, that just sucks. Like, think about it. PC players have got to agree with me on this one because it's amazing. We get to play our games PC style, how we prefer, and just be happy. Everybody gets to play their way, you know? It's their way to play, either a controller or a PC. Do your thing. Or keyboard and mouse. I keep calling it a PC. But anyway, y'all get the gist. Now, my next point here is the Discord feature. Now, game chat is amazing. They have their own Discord built in to the actual console. This is awesome. People are saying it looks trash. I understand the quality isn't like pristine gameplay, right? Now, I know damn well if they made this like 1080p crisp, let's say 4K, let's jump to y'all's standards apparently, 4K, right? They go crazy on the graphics. And then your game is lagging. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be so upset. Now, the whole purpose of this is their first ever time doing something like this. We finally have a built-in Discord feature. Would I have rathered it be Discord? Yeah. Yes, obviously, Discord's amazing. But like, Nintendo is family friendly. They like to keep to themselves. They like to do it all by themselves. Respect to it. Do your thing. They built in a whole ass game chat, mic button. You go in, you could have their gameplays on the bottom of the screen while you're playing. That's cool. That is literally so cool. And yet we want to trash on them and say it's ass. Now, like I said, it might not be the best quality, but you can make out what's going on. It is a little pixelated, right? When you open it and zoom it up though, it's a lot better. Now, picture quality wise, it doesn't really change much, zoomed in or not, but the actual picture, like the video of it, is different a little bit. Now, you know, who's to say they can't update on that? They can't just like change and update that mechanic. Like, it's a direct showcasing what it looks like. Nothing here is permanent. They can change things. They're getting a lot of backlash for it. Will they update it? Who knows? We'll have to see. I don't think it's that bad. I understand the quality isn't to like top tier pristine, but like, let's be real, it'll get the point across. You want to screen share something just to show something? Alright, cool, like, you good. Like, just do that. That's it. Their whole purpose is to build this console around being portable and docked. So they build around that. I don't know like all the stats and stuff, like how to make this 1080p while also making the game run, but I would assume it's a lot. The fact that that console's this small, well, actually it's a little bit bigger than this because it's like a 7.9 inch screen and this is like a 6.2. That's a lot bigger. But like, now, again, like I said, there's a lot of components in the Switch. Like, the fact that it's even that strong to hold 4K now is amazing. Now, I don't know if we're gonna get to the point of making all 1080p on that thing. I feel like they could update it and get down the road on it. That's just me. But like, a lot of people want to shit on it and just say it looks bad, it's trash, garbage, and it is not the worst. You can make out the game and what's going on. Sure, it's a little laggy. Now, I don't know if it's going to be delayed or not, though. That's the thing. I don't know if you're going to be talking to them, be like, oh, go left, and then, like, they're, like, already 4 stop signs ahead. Like, you know what I mean? It all depends. If it's like one-to-one right where they are, okay, like you can make out what's going on, talk to them, be done, like it's fine. You don't need pristine 24/7 like god tier. I get it, like it ain't 1080p. I understand. Hopefully they can update that, but if not, it's fine. It's their first time attempting something like this, and I think it's awesome. They're stepping out of their comfort zone and making us have a game chat feature. I never would have thought that would ever have been a thing. You guys have got to look at it from Nintendo's point of view. Bro, they don't like online at all. Like, they don't want to do all that server stuff. They want to keep it family friendly. And yet they're giving us the game chat feature finally. They're giving us online. They're stepping out of their boundaries. Hey, I respect it. I appreciate it. But there's a nicer way of going about it. Like, hey, I'm gonna be real. Like, I hope they do update that quality. But if not, it's okay. It's okay. Now the camera, I don't know the price of the cameras at the time of recording this, but if that shit is anywhere near triple digits in numbers, like over $100 or something, which, I mean, it's a webcam. Yeah, nah, I'm not, no. Like, for the quality they have, it's pretty decent, I will say. Like, you can see the face of the people playing. Like, when they showed Mario Party and Mario Kart, all that, and they were playing the game and their little camera was next to them, it wasn't that bad. You can see their facial expression and what they do. Like, sure, it's a little pixelated on the outside around their hair and stuff, but like, bruh, we ain't trying to see like all the details. We see their facial expressions, and that's the point of it. It's a face cam, a webcam. Like, right now, that's it. You don't need to see, like, I mean, I personally have a better webcam because I want yoga, like, all of you to see my background, sure, like, the effort that goes behind the scenes. That's what I want to flex, or not flex, but like showcase. I don't really flex anything. That's not the point of that. But I just want to showcase that. All they're trying to do is facial expressions. That's it. And it gets that point across. So they did it. This webcam is not supposed to be some 4K, show my living room, show everything. Like, that's not the point of the camera. And plus, I did read up on something. You are going to be able to hook up webcams to it. You don't have to buy the Switch brand one. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, with this knowledge, I will give my opinion on both sides just in case. First of all, if you can, what's the complaint? Take your webcam that you already have, plug it in, be done. Or if you don't have one, go buy a decent one, plug it in, be done. Cool. Way better than that one, I will admit. Every other webcam is better than that one. Go for it. Well, not everyone. You understand, obviously. It's 1080 or above, you know. Don't just grab like a 420 webcam and be like, but you said every webcam. Chill out. Now, if it's not, let's think about if it's not. It gets facial expressions, and that's literally all the point of the webcam is. You're not trying to like see if somebody's got dandruff in their freaking webcam. Like, if it's pixelated around my face, it's okay. Like, you can literally see my face, it's fine. It ain't that big of a deal. It really isn't. Now, I want to also talk about the C button thing, the little microphone for game chat. For game chat. I'm gonna say that again because everybody is like complaining about the C button being a paywall. Like, they're legit saying, okay, we're gonna, for Switch purposes, we're gonna say that the home button here is the C button, because I don't have a Switch 2, obviously. Now, this home button, they're saying every time I press it, it's gonna cost money. That is not true. What? Pressing a button is not gonna have now, there's a button behind a paywall, yes. Why are we freaking out about that, though? And you're probably already yelling and typing a paragraph in the comments section, but hear me out. Hold on. This is a button strictly on game chat and microphone usage. What do you use those on? Online. To talk to friends and to play online. So, that makes sense. It's a button that works for microphone and like the playing together, screen share, all this stuff. You're only ever going to use that online. You are never going to touch that if you're just playing single player games and enjoying your Switch by yourself. So why are we complaining? Oh, the button has a paywall. No, it doesn't. If you're playing a Switch game, you don't need that button. You can still enjoy every feature and enjoy the game and just have a blast and be yourself without that button. If you're playing online with friends, well, you're gonna buy a subscription anyway. You can't play online without it. You buy that, you're playing online. Oh wow, would you look at that? You have a microphone now. There's no difference, bro. You're saying this button has a paywall, but it doesn't really. Because to play online, you need to spend money anyway. And then you get access to the button, which is only for online. So why are we complaining about a button having a paywall when it's a microphone that you would only use online anyway? The logic is there, and like everybody's just randomly spamming paragraphs online talking their smack, and it's like, when would you use a microphone ever in a single player game? Now if there's gonna be voice commands in a game down the road and Switch is like, yeah, but the only way to get this is to buy this, and it's like, then have at it, go crazy, right? But like they didn't say that, bro. It's literally for the Discord feature, for a microphone to talk, to mute, to go on calls, and you're only gonna ever do that if you're playing online, which you already are gonna buy a subscription for. So complaining about the C button is so stupid. Like, it doesn't add up. You cannot tell me in the comments that that is stupid, because literally, if you are going to play online, you have to buy a subscription. You literally cannot play online without it, which, by the way, Nintendo has the cheapest online right now, $20 for a year, to like Xbox, PlayStation, which is $60 for a year. Insane. I don't know if they went up or down in price, but like, it's the cheapest option out of all of them. It just is. And then when you get that, you have access to the microphone button, which is literally only for online anyway. So there's no point. Like, if you're complaining about a C button having a like paywall, that's so stupid. No, it does not. It is literally built for online anyway. That makes no sense to complain about. Now, another thing I have here in the notes, 4K on a select number of games. When they said that, by the way, holy shit, I was screaming, because like obviously that made sense to my brain. Like, it clicked for me immediately. Now I understand it would, not everybody is the same, and I get it. I'm not trashing on anybody. A 4K on select number of games. Think about it, right? They made Switch games all in the, like, from before now. They were not built for 4K. They came out with what they had on this console, the Switch. None of this was built for 4K. Not a single thing on this was built for... They didn't have in mind, oh, we're gonna 4K this game up. No. They never thought that once. If you dock it and have a 4K thing, be my guest, go for it. Do your thing, right? But like, it still won't support that high because they didn't build it for that. Now this Switch 2 can go up to 4K. It's so much stronger. It's just so cool. And you would think I'm sponsored with how much I'm talking about this, but I'm just genuinely trying to put in perspective that, like, you guys are, like, people are freaking out for no reason. Like, genuinely no reason. Because all the games were built for 4K coming out now. So when they say select number of games, obviously they're talking about games coming out on the Switch 2 and forward are going to be 4K, unless they're coming out with an indie game that's not built for that, and they're just not really trying to do that. So the reason they say select games is because they don't want to put that mentality in people's brains where every single game on the Switch 2 that comes out is going to be 4K. Not all of them are built for 4K. Can we please understand that? Because, like, bro, there are games out now that aren't 4K and they're beautiful and they're still fun to play. Indie games, you got the old school, like, Nintendo games we still go back and play, and, like, the classic look is just amazing. Yet, we're now yelling about it. So it's weird, because obviously all the old Switch games, if you put them on the Switch 2, they will work. It'll be backwards compatible. That's amazing, first of all, because I know that would be an uproar. I would be on that train because, like, brother, what? Like, a Switch game and a Switch 2 game, like, if they didn't work on the same console, it'd be a little weird. But they're all about compatibility, so it makes sense. Now, like, it's 4K on a select number of games, people were losing their mind, and it's like, bro, obviously they're talking about all the newer games, sure, you know, 4K. Older games, no. Like, they weren't built for 4K. You can't just pull up on a whole older game and then have it be brand new graphics. That's the whole point of a remaster, which down the road, who knows, they might remaster games. We always do it. Sometimes it's just the card they pull when there's nothing else going on. But anyways, remasters are a thing. Some people do it for good reasons, other people don't. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Anyway, that is all 4K meant on select number of games. I don't really know why it was like an uproar immediately out the gate. It just, like, again, it made sense to me. Like, when they said select number of games, I was like, okay, they're probably just talking about the newer games will be, the older games won't. That makes sense. They didn't build it for 4K. And with all this conclusion, bro, I just read my notes and just combined two words. Anyway, all of the notes that I have here are basically done. I went through them. This is my opinions on the Switch 2, all the new games coming out, all the, like, stuff and controversy coming around this, because, like, bro, gamers are losing their mind right now, and I don't think it's all necessary. I do think what is happening, it happens all the time. One thing goes south. There's a bunch of people, content creators that you like, everybody's trashing on it, everybody jumps on the bandwagon and goes straight at them. I think that's what's happening here. A lot of people are like, oh, hell no. Switch is garbage. Yes, sir. That they watch their favorite content creator and they're like, oh, Switch is trash? I bet. Switch is garbage. And it's like, what the hell? Like, what did they do? Like, now, some people actually are freaking out about the $80 game prices and $90 physical copy and all this because of taxes and insanity stuff. Like, listen, that I got no opinion on. Like, bro, taxes are taxes, you know, that sucks. It does. But, like, I don't know. Damn, I knocked over a water bottle. Anyway, I can't really say, like, much on that. That's out of everybody's control. And I feel like, I don't know. I mean, maybe we come together, we can, I don't know. That's not happening. Anyway, basically, Switch, right? I will say one thing I'm a little iffy on is the whole, even though I have a physical copy, I need to, like, download it and, like, have it come from, like, the internet. That sucks. I will say that sucks. But you gotta understand that every game nowadays, everybody wants to be digital so they can control your library. It just is what it is. People will complain about that all day, but then go straight back to their PCs and buy a game on Steam and just start playing. It's like, brother, you don't own a single physical copy, but yet you're writing paragraphs to Nintendo talking about some, oh, you're stupid for this. Like, now, if you own physical copies and you are up there, okay, like, it makes sense. But there's legit people that just don't, like, they just only buy digital, and yet they're still complaining about that. And I'm like, you don't even have, like, a say. Like, what? You don't, alright, it makes no sense. But, listen, I don't like that, but that's just how the world has been going since before the PS5 and Series X came out. Everybody wants to go digital. They want to get rid of the disc trays. I think this is the last 4 years of the consoles having disc trays. After that, we're not having disc trays. It's all digital after that. And I think it sucks because then it allows people to control what you buy and have, which sucks. Like, you buy a game and you love that so much, and then they come out with a new console and they're like, yeah, we don't have that game no more. literally just yoink it from you. Like, you spent the money on it, but you don't have a physical copy of it. So, like, they could just... Anyways, new console, that game is no longer supported. And then it's like, you just lost that game, and you have no say in it. Like, it's on your console, but it's not supported, so they just remove it. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I don't like digital that much. So that's the only rough part about it, I will say. I don't understand that. I don't agree with it. I understand everybody wants to go digital, so even though there's a cartridge, you have to download it and then get the game from the online. Like, I get it. That sucks, though. But that's the world we live in. Everybody wants to control you. Everybody wants to, you know, do all that. It sucks. Listen, that is my only complaint about it. I will say. I'll be honest. I'm being straight up, because that's all I am on this channel, is honest, straight up, like, no bullshit. I don't like that. I don't like the whole digital aspect of it. So that does suck there, but I mean, literally every console's trying to push digital. They're trying to make you go digital. They don't want discs. They don't want physical copies. It's been a thing going on for a long time. I think people are just now starting to realize it. Well, welcome to the club, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't like it, but it's just how it is, bro. I wish physical copies were, like, still going to be a I like to hope there's still going to be a thing down the road, but I'm also a PC player, and I like Steam and, like, you know, Epic Games. Like, their launchers are really nice, but again, at any point they can just be like, yeah, that game's no longer, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, that sucks. But yeah, that's been my rant about the Nintendo Switch 2. I think the console's amazing. I think the features are amazing. First of all, before you go and type in the comments, because now you watch the whole video and you're gonna type something, I am not sponsored by Nintendo. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm not sponsored. I'm not here to say any of this. This is literally all my opinion and what my thoughts are. So before you go and be like, how much will, and like go talk your smack to me, no, this is not sponsored. I'm not obligated to say anything. I'm literally here on my own being, because I just wanted to voice my opinions and honestly my thoughts on it, because, bro, I feel like the community and just everybody's losing their minds, and then they're shoving it all at Nintendo, especially. And I don't know, it just feels undeserved. It really does. I don't think Nintendo deserves the hate they're getting right now. And even, let's say even if there is, right? Even if there is something they deserve, let's just jump on that side of things, because I like to look at perspectives and everybody's perspectives. Even if there's something they do deserve, right? And like, let's say the Switch 2 is $100,000, all right? Something stupid, whatever. Now, I'm just painting an example. No, I'm not giving them ideas. Calm down. But let's say it's an absurd price. Okay? So, why are we gonna go... Like, there's nicer ways to say things, you know? Like, yo, like, that's expensive, you know? We don't need to go talk our smack and, like, on the level of death threats, basically. Some people go to the extent of, like, past threatening and stuff. Like, bro, they be going insane talking smack on Nintendo and stuff, and it's just, it's not deserved. It really isn't. And if it's ever that deep, there's a way nicer way to deal with things than that. No matter what the case is, like I said, a Switch can be $100,000, and brother, you do not need to go as far as saying some of the things that I'm seeing people comment on directs and stuff. It's just not necessary. It really isn't. There's a nicer way to do things, and if it ever came down to it, why not just be mindful? Create a community post. Be like, hey, yo, everybody, that's a bit of an absurd price. Let's not do this. And then they would change their price if nobody bought it, obviously, and done. Like, you know what I mean? There's just ways around things that I don't think people think about right away. They just, you know, they get in their feels and then they go straight to the keyboard and type. It's, put down the ego for a second, alright? Like, think it through. There's definitely other ways to handle things. We don't need to jump straight to conclusions, alright? But this is my take. This is my opinion on Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I'm a huge fan of them, but I promise and I swear I am not sponsored. No, like, this is just my opinion. I love what they're doing. I think it's worth what they're doing. And I really, really think this is a huge step for Nintendo. The Switch 2 is so much more powerful, by the way. It's so strong. The features are amazing. I think this is a beautiful jump from Switch 1 to Switch 2. And yet people are just saying it's the same console. Okay, if that's truly what you think and you don't want to believe it, stick to your Switch 1, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. It's cool. Just, if you think it's the same console, that's fine. Stick to your Switch 1. Enjoy it. You do you. I want to play that Mario Kart World, though, so I'm gonna be on that. Now, like I said, $50 if you buy that one edition. This has been The Hectic, your boy. If you're new to the channel, first of all, hello. I don't normally do these, like, talking, like, things, but I do want to. I'm a variety channel. I do everything. So this is kind of just what I wanted to voice my opinion because I'm a gamer. I'm on a platform where I voice like opinions and stuff and talk about it. So I thought make a video on it because holy crap, Nintendo's getting a bunch of outlash. Backlash. That's what, bruh. I'm not even cutting it. It's staying in. I need a drink of water though because I've been talking for about 40 minutes here. Nintendo's getting a lot of backlash, and I just don't see it as deserved. It's all just being a bunch of people jumping on bandwagons, talking smack, and then, or they genuinely don't think it through and then talk smack, or like, you know, just let them cook, let them do their thing. Like I said, if there's a problem, obviously there's a better way of doing things. Like, that camera quality ain't the greatest. I understand. It's not the greatest. I know we have our little $1,000 PCs with Discord and it just plays perfect smooth for you. Like, I get it. This is their first ever attempt at it. This is a big jump for Nintendo. And you're a part of it. You were here for this era of Nintendo going into game chat and getting a whole Discord feature. And they can work on it. They have the ability to work on it and upgrade and get the feature better and all this stuff. So, like I said, it's a direct. We saw what they were cooking. Now, they're working on it and gonna release it. So, I'm just saying, things can change, alright? Things can change. Don't just hate something immediately. Y'all play game betas and y'all still are, you know, give the feedback, let them cook, they come back, boom. You know, nowadays it's a little different. Sometimes the beta is the exact same as the full game. God. Anyway, now I'm just saying, not all games do that. But Nintendo's a big company, so obviously they're gonna work on their stuff. They know what they're doing. So give feedback kindly, and obviously just we'll see what they do. I'm down to let them cook. We can see. I think the game chat feature is amazing. I think it'll get better over time. That's what I'll say. I think it'll get better over time. But yeah, that's it. That's been me. I'm done. I'm voiced my opinion. I am curious though. You guys should type in the comments and let me know what you guys think, because I'm curious on what you guys think about Nintendo and like all the Switch 2 stuff, and are there any games you're excited for, or do you still, even after my opinions, have something to say? Because I would totally be down to like respond to a lot of you guys. So write down in the comments your concerns and stuff, and I'm curious. And if you want to see me come back and answer to these on a video, let me know. I totally will. There's also a Mario Kart 8. I said 8. Dang, we were doing so good. There's also a Mario Kart World Direct coming out on the 17th, which is in 5 days. Whew. We are going to be watching that. If you want to see me live stream it, let me know. Either way, it'll be a video. So if you don't want it live streamed, I'll still be reacting to it. It'll be posted on this channel, so we won't be missing any Mario Kart content. But yeah, if you want to see it live, let me know. And if you would want to see me do a reaction video to some of these comments and answering and talking, also let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Switch and the Direct and all that stuff. We're getting a freaking From Software game. Alright, I couldn't. Okay, look, I went the whole time without speaking about it, but dude, I'm the biggest Soulsborne fan, and we're getting an exclusive one on Switch, and I don't care. They're cooking. I'm playing it. I love FromSoft and Soulsborne's favorite genre, and I'm on there day one, bro. That is amazing. Alright, this is where I'm going to cut the video for the outro because I could rant about the FromSoft game for so much. I am a huge Soulsborne fan, and I kind of just went on a 15-20 minute rant about it. But anyway, we're not going to dive into that. But if you want me to, we could do a separate video of watching the trailer again and talking about the game. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. But for this video, we're specifically focusing on the Switch 2 stuff and the drama going on. I don't want to get too out of the, you know, out of topic. That's what I was thinking. Wow, my brain is so fried. Dude. But if you want to see me talk about the FromSoft game, I totally can. I just went on a 20-minute rant about it. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments. But with that being said, please be kind in the comment section about the Switch stuff. If you want to be, you know, you do you. I'll still respond depending on what it is, but if you want to see a video of me going through the comments and reacting to it, let me know as well. But you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to this point of the video. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Hectic. I do a bunch of variety content, especially talking now. I've been kind of more open about that, but I just like being honest and open-minded and just kind of sharing my thoughts with you guys. So hopefully you guys respect it and actually share your opinions as well, nicely. Nicely, please. But that's gonna be it for this video. Literally, that's it. We will be reacting to the Mario Kart Direct on the 17th, 5 days from now. If you want to see that live, go ahead and sub to the channel, put on the bell notification, and I might get to it live. But if you don't see it a live stream, don't panic. I'm still going to react to it. It'll just be in a video format instead of a live stream. So stay on the lookout for that. We'll definitely be reacting to it because I want to stay on top of the Mario Kart stuff. That game looks so freaking sick, and there's so much new stuff, and I want to check it all out. But that's enough ranting for me because, again, if we're talking about video games, I swear to you, I could talk about it for 24 hours. It is dangerously, like, I don't know. I don't think it's dangerous, but for this video's sake, it is because this is just supposed to be about the Nintendo Switch drama and stuff. So we're going to stay on topic. You guys have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch you on the next one, whatever that may be. And take it easy. Until next time. Peace! Thanks for watching.